on in groups. Anything could happen. Let's jump into this game, of course. Scorch Hardpoint.
FaZe versus Infused, winners bracket round 2, Smiles and Bricey, and we are getting geared up for this. Plenty of trophy systems out. Zuma got in there hard and fast, and he will be taken down there by Nolson. Gunless now coming in over the top as well. Gunless, of course, the newest addition to the team. Swapped that one out for Clayster. I know I shouted Clay was on FaZe in the last game. It was a lovely slip of the tongue, and I'll never let that one live. I'll never live that one down. Let's face it, it's probably already on Reddit. This is Enable on your screen. Getting that hard point time for the boys on FaZe. Now, confusing enough, both teams have a very red logo, but the guys on FaZe will be yellow in this matchup.
Yeah, that's their secondary colour, so we'll be seeing them all the game long. But right now, FaZe are dominating that kill feed, and they've had control of this hill pretty much the entire way through. Interesting tactic off the rip, actually. They had one player pretty much lay completely down and relied on their two kind of support players to be on each corner, not actually being in the hill. Typically, you'll end up flooding the hill with 2 or 3 players to try and push it out, and especially tilt the spawn. Infused didn't do that. It didn't actually end up going their way, but they have got the spawn and rotation for this one. They now need to lock down Catwalk and Top.
That little spot, Bryce, is so hard to kill that player when they're lying flat. It's not easy to nade. You have to overcommit in order to get the kill, and the guys overwatching are probably going to kill you anyway. Here we go on the retake. Fuse have done a wonderful job holding on a turbine here, and Nable trading out there with Nolson. Zerg now trying to lock that player down the bottom. Shots out with Nable, pushes him back just long enough, though. That suppressive fire enough to make the player turn and change his mind. Lovely job taking care of the Scarab as well there. So Zerg hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Nable, though, does manage to get that kill, and this is Gunless hitting the flank. He's found one.
Massive pitch coming in. The Berserk gets 2. It's now a 1v1. Nolson versus Gunless. Trying to get it as well, and it will be Gunless to take that one down. Late break from FaZe, but they were waiting for Gunless to come through. And the scrap time is actually going to be fought over. Gunless gets 1. Can he see the second player as well? Health regen now, so it's an equal fight, but no. Infused actually overstacking, get for it. It's going to be Nolson they're now relying on for this pinch. He has to go at the right time, though. This may be too early if he goes now. Patience, Nolson.
I think he could hear you, Bryce, because he's certainly waiting this one out. He's got his teammates coming in on the way. The gunfight was won by Zerg. They got 2. He got one with a nade as well. So Nolson, go on, son, in you go. And he finds one. Zerg comes in up top. So what a push from Infused. The retake there, clean as they come. Timed that one to perfection, and now they're reaping the rewards. I'm
not going to lie to you, that was probably one of the most impressive technical breaks of the hill I've ever seen. Zerg did massive work, and he is doing massive work. He is 11-3 now on a 4 streak as well. Here comes FaZe, though. It's their turn to stack. They're looking for it. Zerg's still going to be alive in the hill. He has FDL. He has Scarab. Doesn't need any of them so far. He's waiting patiently. He knows the player's going to come wall run. He is now going to be only 2 versus 4. One more player. Zerg in a 1v1. Might end up using the FTL here if he can't make it. Doesn't even need it. He keeps making kills. He's now on a 6 streak. Eventually, he is going to go down. But before he did that, he ended up getting all of his streaks.
Wonderful work there by Zerg. That was Gunless getting dropped there. Again, kill feed being lit up by Infused here as we're getting ready for that next rotation. Zerg in position to grab that. Nolson, once again, massive amount of work being done on the kill feed by him. Fully streaked out there for Zerg. And it looks like Trinity's going to be coming out now. Look for those kills. He's going to identify Zuma, tags him up, but no kill just yet. Seeing maybe a few more. No, unable to
anything.
Yeah, unable to capitalize on that still. Getting the time the whole way through that. Nolson covering his back, but he will be dropped. How will Zerg respond?
Well, right now, Zerg's in a little bit of trouble. His teammates have evaporated around him, and he is going to be pushed from both sides. You can tell Zerg was a little bit nervous there, knowing that he had to make his gunfights 3 times in a row to get anything. Not quite able to, though, and FaZe are right now pushing them out. The next few kills, all players are up. Attached for 1, he gets traded out. Kills now going into the hill. It's Niall's going to try and be alive, but he goes down as well. FaZe hold that one, 2-4.
On board with Enable here as they're slowly getting the final few moments here. Drill. Oh, we're going to be dropped by Zerg. Zerg, hot hands right now in this matchup. Winners bracket round 2. It was looking all his so far to begin with. We were favouring FaZe in the hard point, and so far it's looking very Infused. Zerg once again, 1v1 here on the next hard point. Can he win the fight? Gunless, you cheeky devil. Hop, skip, and a jump. He's going to get that kill. Niall going to be ripped to pieces in mid, and this is Gunless now sitting in that hard point, ready for actually watching those spawns from above, I say, as Bridge. It's 40 seconds left.
Well, Zuma had a solo start. He was 4-8. He's now 8-8. But Gunless is pushing this way out here, and he's still gunning them down. Pre-fire coming in. Nolson eventually gets him with a jump. Alex gets a kill as well. This is Infused's best chance to go back into it, but Zuma is equal, and they're now going to end up flooding through cave. It's not ideal for them.
What a beautiful nade, banked off the wall there. Zerg is going to have to do what he can to hold on. The push from FaZe has been lethal so far. There's that player crouching in the corner, and Zerg not to be fooled again. Zuma is taken care of there. But wonderful play, though, on the first kill, and the entry manages to make his way through. But my God, Enable Takes care of Zerg and Alex very handedly. He's over halfway towards a Centurion and 75 away from a Scarab.
He is now back on board with Enable. Last time around, Infused had the advantage of the hold, and they were able to hold FaZe out for quite a while. This time it will be FaZe. However, Zerg makes another kill. Enable ends up bringing it back to this one as well. However, FaZe are spawning out. They are getting the worst spawn here, so they need to have an efficient trade to be able to lock this one down. And I think Infused they know their spawning drill. They're going to try and flood this one straight through. Zuma's there. He's ended up going down, and it should now be advantage to Infused with the players in the hill.
Oh, look at this. Nolson coming in from behind. He's got one player in the hardpoint with him, and that's been a wonderful retake again from Infused. They're holding on as best they can, but that's Zuma now back on the push. Again, a big fast spawn from everybody on FaZe. Making their way over the top. One's coming through by bridge, and it's being, the 1v1s are being won. Gunfights across the map being won by FaZe. Zerg now, again, hitting those flanks. Nice timing there on Enable.
Zerg is having the game of his life right now. I guess you could say he's going berserk.
I'll take it, Brycey. 2 for attach.
I'm so sorry.
Bryce, you can say whatever you like. I'll never not love you, Brycey.
Hey, you've said worse things this weekend. Let's just continue on. Right now, Hanger Hill is the one in contest. And Zuma will be holding it here. Infused, looking ready to stack up. They know a player is Catwalk. Not able to get him either. If he's not really in the position to get this one as Nolson goes down, this could be another push out.
He's hanging on, man. Tiny bit of health left. He's got Gunless now to support him. And Infused are actually changing their mind about this when they're backing up. They're going to opt to push from a different angle. They've actually completely abandoned the walkway, and they're coming in through the wall run over the top. Zuma's slightly out of position to take care of these players, but Attach and Gunless are. And here they go, over the top. Attach finds one. Zuma gets the second. Alex gets the trade. Lovely slide from Attach. We gave him a video for a reason, and that's because he's an absolute savage. And he's going to be holding on, and this is going to be FaZe finally taking the lead. Infused just unable to break through that hardpoint, and they spent a lot of time and a lot of manpower getting through that one, feeding the payloads of FaZe, and they're slowly but surely creeping back into this one.
Benefit being, I don't think Zerg actually end up using his bombardment yet, so technically they still have at least a little bit of an advantage going through for this next hill. But they've got to stay alive. Zuma is here. He's going to try and get aggressive. He's actually going to be pinched. He's clearly knew there, got called out his teammates that they are spawning out, so he had to try and make a move in one direction. Can they end up holding this one down? No, Zerg ends up dropping. So does Alex. Nolson desperately trying to reinforce his teammates. Nile makes one FTL into the hill, but it will be picked up by Nolson, but he is alone, and he isn't going to get any hill time from this now.
Nolson's still in position again. He's got to contest.
Zerg.
Oh, Zerg once again. How did he get that? 23 and 16. Zerg still going. Nolson's going to be taken down there. Zerg, though, still on the point. FTO in the back pocket. Got that E-Rad rearing to go, and it has been doing a ton of work so far. There's a bombardment over the top from Attach. Gets 3 with it, Attach. What a game changer. That's 3 in a row with just a bombardment. Going to be getting in the hard point there, and they're quickly looking to crack on through 200 points here at the drill. Oh, Attach almost managed to get that as well.
They certainly are, but that is 4 down for Infused, and we go right back to the beginning. Here is Middle Hill once again, and Enable's in the position for it. I think actually sees them coming, but Gunless is there! Gunless says, no, you are not coming through, Hanger. You are going to get shut down as well. And they're looking for it right now. Every point that ticks up in FaZe's favor on this hill is massive for them. You don't expect to get a lot of time on Middle Hill, but they are currently getting it still. Gunless has to back out. It's Infused who take control.
It's been so good for FaZe, the bridge hardpoint. He's finally managed to get a little bit of time in there. Still on board with Gunless, though. He's really making this work. Attach. He used his Trinity Rocket to manage to open up a play there, and now they've got the space back. The payload's coming into effect soon. You can see that active camo bottom right. That's going to be massively, that's going to be instrumental, let's say, in breaking on through these next set of payloads.
It certainly is. Gunless tries to do a little bit of work. He managed to get one as well. Ends up shutting them down, and FaZe can win on this hill. So Infused have to make a move. They have to go in. They're going to go for it now. Wouldn't even surprise me to see an FTL come in as well. He gets turned and burned. He is going to get shut down. Infused are now fighting for their life. Their lead has gone. They don't have an awful lot left. They've got 6 seconds. I don't know if they know they have to get into it. They don't even have the spawn. 3 down, and it's too late. It's going to go in favor of FaZe.
FaZe up, baby. What a comeback. Bryce, Infused looking so good. Looking so sharp, so fly, so technically sound. But in the end, FaZe, man.
Hey, it's FaZe. They started warming up. I think Gunless was a big factor. Attach's streaks are pretty much what won them the game. Ended up being so much more effective than Zerg's streaks. I said I don't think Zerg ended up using the bombardment, but he must have used it. I just didn't see it because it didn't do anything.
Didn't get any kills with it. Yeah, it's tough to make an impact if you're not really hitting the shots with them. Again, Attach, 3 with the bombardment. 2 with the Trinity Rocket, and that was on the bridge hardpoint again, which they were just doing tons of work on. That was fantastic for them. FaZe, baby, that's 1 map in the bag.
It certainly is. However, we move on. We keep going. S&D coming up next, and if Infused can scare FaZe on the hard point, it's their S&D that everyone's been talking about. Everyone's been saying this team is scary on it, we don't know how they play, we don't know how to counter them, and they're pretty much S&D stars by the look of it.
Well, this is going to be a treat then to watch, because I mean, FaZe, I'm excited to see how they can, what they can bring into this one. Again, the addition of Gunless, you know, he's an absolute beast in the respawn game types, but seeing what he can deliver here up against Infused. And Bryce, I don't think did we see the map through what the actual map was? I don't really remember.
We didn't, but before we get to that, I kind of want to talk about Zerg a little bit more there. Last year he got into the CWL, that's where I knew him from when I was casting it, you know, last year when we had the regional, and he kind of picked up for a team, and I thought he was very good. He came in, and it wasn't a great opportunity to kind of get thrown in the middle of a season like he did. And admittedly, the very first bit, he did kind of sink a little, but he recovered, right? And is now a name that we know is now hovering around that Elite 6 that we have in Europe, the top 6. It wouldn't surprise me to see this team go on to do even more with it. You know, we've seen Niall and Nolson, they've been great as well. We know they've got dropped just before this tournament. This team's doing well. You know, they could end up being the highest placing EU team very easily.
Well, you've got Splice going up against Optic right now, and albeit a very close series, still, at the end of the day, if you get on through, every win's a win, and you get further and further towards that massive $600,000 prize pool, and you can see the boys on your screen, they wouldn't mind a chunk of that change. At the end of the day, though, for the players, it's really about the win. They're getting paid, it's not too bad, but really, when you can put that crown, that ring on your finger, that's what it's all about. Retaliation, Search and Destroy coming up next. Oh, Bryce, Retaliation's a lovely map to have a Search and Destroy on, especially for a team that's so technically sound like Infused. Throwback Uplink's going to be the third map here in Winners Round 2. And if we have to, be a breakout hardpoint and a throwback Search and Destroy for Game 5.
Yeah, I think so. And for me, this is it. This is everything now. This is absolutely everything for Infused. You want to win this one and try to find something else here. You've already proven that you can at very least hang with FaZe on the hard points. The uplink I'm not so certain about. I think that most teams that are kind of in CWL already are a little bit better, but they've already won one against Rise. There's no reason this Infused team can't take down FaZe now. This is something that nobody would have said before this tournament at all. No analysts, no casters, nobody.
Nobody. We've seen some predictions of the MLG cast and crew, and only one person out of sort of 14 thought that Infused were going to beat Rise. Could they do the same here against FaZe? It would be a certainly spectacular upset, but I don't think FaZe are going to be letting that one happen. One of the most talked about and storied teams in Call of Duty history. They stack line up, and they're not going to let the boys from the UK take that away from them. And here we go in a round 1.
Well, let's see what they can do. Gunless actually going for plat control, and it is a big stack coming up from Infused. Just holding for it as well. Tatch sees one as well, tries to end up taking him down. Just can't end up making it. No, ends up just gunning him here, but they have managed to pull Infused out of position, and that's probably the most important thing.
Well, that's the bomb going to be going down now. 45 seconds until that sucker blows up. This is Zuma. Back on the defense now. We've got to see Infused retake the bomb site, and B, Attach is the only player that's been taken down there. Oh, make that 2. There's the trade, and here come Infused right over the top. Super aggressive 3v1. Zuma's gone, and that's going to be another clean round for Infused. First blood here.
Is Nolson sniping?
I think he might be. He's got a
K-bar now, but he definitely just got a pistol kill.
It's possible that he wouldn't have that anyway. You know, he'd be using that on everything else. Oh, still, regardless, that is how you do it. First round to Infused. And another exciting update if you're a European Call of Duty fan, but you probably already know, and that's that Splice have just won the uplink. Brycey is somewhat beside himself.
It's this is mainly just due to a bet with me and Maven. We were having a large conversation before we went live today, and he said not in a million years. I think he said Optic Gaming haven't lost with this current roster to a European team out in the bracket for like years or ever, I think.
What? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen to COD Champs. And here we go, into the second round. This is Winners Bracket Round 2. We'll get back into this one because we're getting all distracted. COD Champs, there's so much happening here. It's very, very easy to just want to peek, just want to know. But we'll stay focused for you. Thanks again for tuning in to Bravo. It's been a joy so far, and it's going to continue to be so throughout this long and exciting Saturday. Speaking of exciting, this round, it is not so far. Very slow start for both teams. No one wants to overextend. No one wants to play their cards too quick.
I think it's interesting if you look at the minimap right now, because this is a very wide split from FaZe. Usually when you're quite confident, teams end up stacking one way or other. They try to guess, they try to go for the flanks. I think FaZe, not knowing exactly how Infused play, right now just want to know information. That's all they're looking for. They're like, where exactly are these guys going? Zuma, though, is equal to Nile, going straight in. This is very aggressive coming in from them. He tries to get that second kill down as well, but it's now a 2 versus 3. Nolson needs to get back. It's now 1 versus 3, though. That gets traded out. Sorry, 1 versus 2. Zerg should get pushed on here. I don't think he's going to be in a great position. He's going to have them push on him, surely.
The flank is now open, and there you go. Attach read him like a book. Being forced into an unwinnable situation, and all Attach had to do was make his way round the corner and give him the business. Zerg, though, put up a fight in that 2v1 situation, but again, it's not the ideal scenario to be in, out on the bridge, fighting for your life against 2 of the world's best Call of Duty players. But he held his ground, Bryce. Going in around 3, you know, Infused, as you said, we don't know FaZe. They may not know Infused's play style, and every round is going to be a learning experience for them, but that's where Infused have the advantage.
This team reminds me of 2 things. One, it reminds me of the original Infused roster that ended up starting way back before, like, in AW, I think, I want to say, that stayed together for a year. That was like Urban and Zero and PD and Mark. And they did massive work. But before that round is over, I don't even get to tell my point before the round ends.
Story time with Bryce was cut abruptly short there.
Infused win that round, but I'll continue now that we go into a new round, right? And it kind of reminds me, these are offcuts from various teams. Now, it sounds weird to say when you talk about people like Mark, PD, Urban, and Zero, because they're all big names. But at that time, way back then, they were offcuts. There was a team no one really expected to work. This Infused team is pretty much the same thing. They've come from various teams, they've started playing together, and now they are shocking the world. Pretty much, again, the second team I want to talk about was FaZe from last year. People dramatically underestimated them. I remember having arguments saying that, you know, this is a buzzsaw team, they're heavy slayers. Probably not the same with Infused, but I think, again, we've all overlooked it. I'm even guilty of it myself.
All right, Bryce, I'm going to have to cut you off there for our North American viewers who are just aching at all this EU talk.
Hey, I like story time, and I thought it was a good time to tell my story.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but Attach just picked up a 2-piece on Zerg and Nile, and he is going 5 and 2. The same can't be said for Enable. Enable's having a rough one at 0 and 2. But still, he's the kind of player that once he goes off, things are unstoppable for him.
Yeah, this should all be all FaZe, really. Alex and Nolson don't really have an awful lot of opportunity here. They don't have the bomb, they don't have any positioning, they don't really have any map control. The only benefit they have got is that FaZe have chosen to make a very small, tight puck right up there by curve.
As you can see, Attach, this is watching it defensively. The 2 members of Infused trying to make something work. Attach has given away his position, but he knows that that one player is in there. It's Alex. Nothing he can do to get out of this situation. Oh, and Attach, he's hungry. He wants it. On the slide. Oh, Alex gets the better of him, but they're going to trade. They got the numbers. Attach has gone down. It's all on Alex now.
He's been pinned in the bedroom. He's surely not getting out of here. He's going to get challenged from stairs, but he is wise to it. Gets that kill as well. There's one v1 v4 if he can make it, but no. Zuma with the snap will end up taking him down.
Now, Bryce, he said he got pinned in the bedroom. Some people like that, but he didn't. He jumped out the window, got a kill, made a break for it before he could make any commitments there, and he got a kill out of it, and in the end, just dropped there by 3 members of FaZe, and here we go. Tied up 2 to 2. This next round. Looking for one of these teams to start breaking away. As you said, the download is almost complete. I think FaZe, they're working out Infused. They're putting them in situations. They're seeing how they're reacting. They're seeing what decisions they're making. And before you know it, you can see a blowout on either side, actually.
I think the way FaZe are playing this is very clever, actually. Not only are they playing it cautious and slow and looking for information, but as soon as they have any vague idea of what's going on, they're tightening right up and playing as a unit. Now, if you're not going to have specific strats to counter a team or do something kind of decisive or go forward, this is the best way for you to do it. Get the information and tighten up and make the trades. FaZe will be confident in their gun skill winning them this.
Yeah, those numbers certainly coming into effect. You know, we were holding hands, you're working together. There's going to be a bomb going down. And that is going to be Gunless getting the arm there at B. Nile over the top. It's the back shield, so that's not going to do any damage to him. And here comes the play. Everyone's just enveloping now all over that bomb site, over the top. Nile is making his way through mid. He's really got to watch those high ground. He's heavily exposed out here unless he can find his way forward. Nolson watching the flank, worried about being hit from behind.
What, they let him in the garage?
Nile got the kill there on Gunless. The bomb's now
How did they let him in?
He went through the front, he went through bike shop because everyone on FaZe was upstairs. They've let this happen, and it may be the case. No, it's all gone. FaZe have fallen apart. Defensively, they were absent. And now Nile is getting the defuse.
Nile got in. Like, someone was bridge. I saw him bridge. How did Nile sneak in?
The timing must have been perfect. He went round green van, he hit the bike shop straight away, and before you know it, he's just punched the biggest hole in FaZe defense.
They were completely reliant on Gunless to not let that bomb go. That's what Gunless was pre-aiming. The rest of them, they set up around scaffold and bridge to make sure he couldn't get flanked, and then they let him get flanked. They just literally lost the round for their own fault.
Yeah, FaZe forced in a position there, had to make the move. And Infused coming out
I thought he was
going to
die. I didn't think he was ever going to get through.
Whew. Bricey, round 6. Both teams looking poised. Enable still yet to get a kill. And we said it. He's one of the greatest players I can think of, and once he gets going. Nolson, though, opening up with a snipe. Whoa, that's an adaptation. That's confidence right there. And managing to hit the shot as well. It's got the Hailstorm as well, which is always fun to watch. Super aggressive move forward, and this is going to be Infused, potentially getting the bomb down there at B. They've got the high ground covered, they've got the player on plat, and actually Wolf rotating back now towards B, so towards market.
They're going to let Nolson snipe. Oh no, Nolson should be sniping. Like, he should just keep an eye on the bomb. You have the best weapon for this. Like, you see a player come around the side.
He's seen it. He's going to make the play soon. That snipe could be perfect to use here, but
he's not going to use it. I wonder if he's even going to get it back out again. And there is a trade now end up coming in. His teammate went down by himself. Here comes the marketplace stack. It's now 2 vs 1. That's a big kill by Enable. Hailstorm is going to be useless in this scenario, and Zerg is running for his life.
Oh my god, it's falling to pieces for Infused. This was looking so good, but that positioning from the wall bang from Zuma, man, you got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and with just over 2 seconds left, they get the bomb defused, tying things up 3-3. What, Bryce? What happened there, man? Because Infused had the numbers and they had the sort of positional advantage.
I've got to be perfectly honest with you here and be quite critical of Infused. I think they were playing scared. That's what it looked like to me. Now they pushed market. They didn't really explore Grave. They didn't really push out. One player then did. If you were me, I would have had 3 of those players look towards that area. Let Nolson rock that sniper. Let him keep an eye on marketplace stairs and commit the rest to make sure his flank is good. You know where bomb is. You've planted specifically for that, and if for some reason you're playing a little bit nervous, I thought they had it in the bag. I thought it was a great setup.
FaZe, man, props to them. If they didn't know what was going on at first, they noticed one player on the rear. They bunched up and they hit their way through the back end of market, and that was all she wrote. Here comes FaZe over the top again. This is a super aggressive push. However, it has fallen in the hands of Infused. They got 2 kills out of that. Zuma and Attach are dead.
Now hits the flank, does put some bullets into Enable. Enable has to back up. Nile decides to play his life as well. Probably end up hooking up with the rest of his team, but there is a player inside curve. It is Gunless. He might be able to make this one. Nile shoulder peeks it as well. He says, nope, not going to have that. And now Gunless has to go for him as well, but Nile is ready, and now it's a 1 vs 3 Enable. Can he do some magic?
If anybody can, Enable can. He's managed to get 2 kills. Here we go. The push has happened. A little bit of damage, a little bit of peek. See if they respond. Straight away, the trophy defense saves his life there. Wonderful work. That was Nile. Made the read. Got in there as quick as he could. Still making the push. Oh, this is very important. The players have Infused. They've got the information. They've got the eyes. And now they can have those other numbers, those other members maneuver and force Enable into a situation he can't win. Enable's committed, though, to the outside. And Zerg is going to be in position to slow him down. And there we go. Infused up by 1. Slowly getting into the business end of this game.
I think I'm going to put it back to Infused now. I know I slayed them for the last round, but their shoulder peaks right now are fantastic. They are absolutely refusing to engage unless they have the advantage. They are playing their lives. It must be so frustrating for FaZe to constantly see them and not be able to get into things. Most players would end up challenging. Infused say, no, I've got teammates behind me. You can come to me and we'll kill you. Or I'm just not going to reveal myself for that long.
I trust my teammates. They've got me covered. No problem. This is looking to be a very... Oh my goodness, Nile just wiped out Zuma so quickly. Alex now in position to try and make something happen here. I cannot believe Zuma dropped so quick. Something going on there. That was a big, fast kill. You can see Infused now just posturing back in a position. They got the advantage again on the offensive this time as well. The last time they had the advantage, they threw it away on their last attacking round. Will they do the same here?
Well, right now, bits are kind of split up. Nile actually ended up going to go and take down Enable. Attach, though, bringing it back onto Nile. A 2 vs 3. Infused, they've been very good at not playing a gunfight game. And here we go. Again, you know, they're kind of just dipping out of it. But they do have to think about planting the bomb. 40 seconds left onto this one. Maybe a full rotate coming in from the guys on Infused. I wonder at what point FaZe at least start to join up.
This is Attach. He's caught in between 2 situations. He thinks they could be pushing B, but the chances of them coming to A are very likely, and they're right behind him now in the hotel. He needs to turn around, check the bar, and you can see Gunless. He got all the info. Attach is going to make the play. He's making his way through. There's damage being dealt to those players. They've just turned their backs to him. He can smell blood. Will he make the play? Over the top, finds 1. Gunless has gone down. It's now all on Attach. It's a 2v1. Infused have got the numbers. That's it. The bomb's gone down with the final few seconds. They've just got enough time. Attach can make a kill here and tie things up. That would be huge.
Zerg staying down. It's so tense. He knows where that player is. Zerg, oh, he's going to smash him. He's completely ruined it. It's now Nelson versus Attach in a 1 versus 1. And Nelson will play shoulder peek all day long. Peekaboo, can't see you. He's doing nothing. Attach is going to have to commit at some point.
Once he does, it's going to be a big fight. Attach! Oh my goodness! Peekaboo, I see you, not to be fooled. Attach! That is a play of a champion right there, and he knows it with the defuse as well. Man. Bryce, you had to stand up after that one.
Unbelievable from Attach. He completely nailed him. We said he had to commit. He had to kind of show himself. And you saw the shoulder peaks coming in. We talked about it earlier as well. We said he keeps shoulder peeking. He will not engage. Eventually, Attach drops, and he, you know, a bit of cold timing. Nelson ends up popping up as well and saying, hey, I'm going to try and take this fight now that you've come out of platform. Attach says, thank you very much. Here's some bullets for you.
Puts the reticle on his chest. Lets those roll up into his head as he falls to the ground. Gunless changing to the E-Rad now. Just open up on Alex. Wow. FaZe have just the aggressive start for them here. They're pushed right on through mid. They're already towards B. Attach is 75 away from a Trinity. Man, that could be absolutely huge. I mean, that's a guaranteed kill on the players at B if you're on the defense. And there we go. 1 dead, 4 infused as Alex is already pushing up. Daisies. Attach, he just needs like an assist. He gets the, a couple of points at the bomb, if the bomb arm. And he's teasing. He's teasing it. Still players next to him.
Coming in, he stays alive. Bomb down, advantage here to FaZe. Now they had a great setup here last time. They now have numbers as well. They should be able to do it. Nile ends up flying out top. They end up losing all the gunfights. Nelson in a 1 versus 4. This is done. We are going to call this 5-4 to FaZe now, taking it over Infused. And while it might be neck and neck, FaZe are just a little bit better.
And that is huge as well, because Attach getting that final kill there, he's now netted himself as the Trinity Rocket, and God knows how close he is now to the bombardment as well. So that's going to be streaks. That's the final round. This is huge. Map point for FaZe.
It is. Can they do this? And they have bombardment and Trinity, Scarab as well, FTL. So much versatility. Nelson, he has a Centurion.
Man, that's
and
not enough.
unless he can throw it at the Trinity Rocket, it's not going to be that effective.
Well, Niles, he's not too far away from his active camo, but is it going to be enough? FaZe, super far back, deep defense. They're going to be poking out with the Scarab, looking for as much information as they can. They've got streaks to work with, so whatever happens here, they've got a few trump cards to work with, and that is going to be absolutely critical to the win here. Nile over the top, shots in, gets caught out. It's 3 dead already for Infused. FaZe clan, 1 more kill on Alex, and it's going to be all she wrote, but Alex is still alive. He managed to get 1.
This is surely too far. Surely they can't end up making this one. Alex, for all the marbles here on Search and Destroy, has to pull off an incredible game. And he has no bomb. And pretty much no hope. And certainly no teammates. And down he goes, 6-4 to FaZe.
6-4, man. What a good S&D, though. FaZe with the very slow but methodical adaptations. Again, not knowing what Infused were going to bring to the table, certainly, I think in a way they played so conservatively that they really didn't let anything happen. You saw them turtle up, you saw them bunch into little tight groups, far back defenses, putting their backs against the wall. They wanted the most information possible, let Infused make those mistakes. And Infused still playing this one smart, but not quite enough. What's going through their heads now, Bryce? I mean, that's 2 down now, 2 in a row, and S&D was possibly their best chance to get a map.
Yeah, it certainly was as well. I think, if you're being honest with yourself, Infused, I don't have that much faith in them now to actually end up taking a 3rd map. The truth is that they have played very close to FaZe, and I'm sure when they drop into the loser bracket, there may be some teams they can end up taking down and continue on in this tournament. And yet, it's got to give Infused props, They were the heavy underdogs coming into this one as well, but they did it right yesterday. They've almost done it to the guys on a FaZe, but not quite. But there is still 1 map to go. Let's find out if Infused have anything left to show us right after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
FaZe Clan did the seemingly impossible in keeping a top-tier roster together through nearly 2 Call of Duty titles. However, that impressive stretch recently ended with their transaction landing them Infinite Warfare's breakout talent, Gunless, in exchange for Clayster. He joins in-game leader Enable, along with established SMG slayers Attach and Zuma, to form what is now considered one of the most formidable squads in the game. FaZe started Infinite Warfare off hot by winning the PSX Invitational, and all signs pointed to a huge year. They were able to carry that momentum over to the first major event of the year by finishing 3rd in Las Vegas. They added a 2nd place finish in Paris, along with 3rd place finishes in Dallas and Stage 1 of the Global Pro League. But clearly this squad wanted more. Amid rumors of a roster change, they finished a shocking 13th through 16th at CWL Anaheim, leading to the addition of Gunless ahead of Stage 2. In qualifying for Stage 2 playoffs, this new-look FaZe roster showed they have what it takes to remain in the conversation of the game's top teams. Yet the Gunless and Clayster trade clearly illustrates that being in that conversation is not good enough for this organization. They head into champs with only one goal on mind, and that is to leave with a ring on their finger. It's clear that they are leaving no stone unturned to accomplish this, but they know all too well that there are no guarantees in this game. And that was your look at FaZe Clan's road to the CWL Championship 2017. Be sure to stay tuned to MLG.TV for full coverage throughout the weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Rich Campbell, MLG's favorite intern. I'm only kidding. It's Miles and Pricey, baby. Let's get in this one. It's Uplink. We missed a few seconds, but we are ready to go. Attach has already got a ton of kills, and we're well deep into this one. He's got 3 and the drone. Whew.
That was a very impressive impersonation.
Thanks, man.
All right, well, speaking of impressive,
God.
FaZe have just scored very, very easily.
Very easily. Attach got 3 in a row, Enable got 2. And before you know it, Infused, they were bent over the knee of FaZe, and just now they are red in the ass. Nile now trying to make a difference, but Enable 2 in a row. Man, what just happened in that break? Enable was having a tough round in the S&D, and now he's picking up 2 pieces left, right, and center. I mean, Zuma hasn't got any kills, but that doesn't matter. They're 2-0 up.
Enable has always been a god. I'm never worried.
He's always been someone you can rely on to put forward the numbers. Zuma now getting those kills. Enable picking up even more in the kill feed. Infused unable to get out of their base, really, Bryce. I mean, this is a tough run already. Here we go. Bit of momentum for the boys in red. As Infused find their kills, they've got to deal with Attach now, sitting up top in food. Restaurants, if you will. What do you call it, Bryce?
I call it food.
Yeah, food's safe. 1 syllable. Get it out there. Nile has finally got hold of the drone. They're going to make their way out and around through barn.
Oh, blue push. It's not easy to do this, if I'm perfectly honest with you. It usually fails.
Well, it's definitely going to fail. Zuma gets 2 kills like that straight away on you. Gunless flying out. Will be gunless in the end as he's dead before he hits the floor. Zerg, he's got to do everything he can to hold on here. But you can see this. That blue is just like a fortress. And there's a little turret at the very, very top. You're sitting back. The hay bale at the front. That's your trench. There's no getting in there. So as you can see, Zerg opting to make his way around the outside. He's actually going to play the drone. Set this one back to 0.
Yeah, I think it was a good play for him. They didn't really have any opportunity, and they needed his gun back onto the map. You can't go into a 4v4 with one player holding the drone, especially if it's not kind of an aggressive way, so they have to react to it. They're just going to gun him down, so yeah, end up taking it. But now here comes Infused. They're going to try and get around. Not quite good enough to get around through underpass, but they'll get another player onto it, and they're just playing, you know, one kind of gun further. Not making the kills, just going for a point.
Trickling their way in, and now Zuma and the boys of FaZe on the offense. They're going to be making a bit of ground. Slow and steady, man. They're making this one work methodically. As Infused have got to try to make the read. There are 2 guns currently on this position. Zerg tried to get a peek, and that kill may be in very, very big way of happening here. Nolson, he's being pressured. Attach gets cleaned up on the offensive. And now this position from A-Bales is just doing what you can to hold on. That Silo, as soon as they get past Silo, FaZe are in a position to maybe make a 1 point out of this. But again, what an answer from Infused. They played that one slow, and they played that one with great purpose, and now they're on the offensive.
They are. Nolson trying to do something here in blue again. They're not having a lot of success, but the one thing they are doing is slowing down FaZe. FaZe not really able to make much more of a headway like they were in the first minute or so. But Zerg's still going to be on the defensive. Picks off one as well. Player behind him at Silo. He goes out, tries to take that Enable. Enable is going to go down as well. But Zuma is behind. He stays alive as well. And they can't push this drone forward now because they have a player behind them. And again, it goes for the reset. Infused just burning a lot of time.
Yeah, I think both teams should probably stop trying to push through blue, as you said, Bryce. The field is just, it's a bit of a Flanders field right now. Everybody dying. Poppy seeds all over the place. Drone in the middle, as you can see, FaZe got such presence in mid-map. They've got such a strong foothold there. Enable's just been jammed up, can be pushed back. Zuma's going to find the first kill on Nile, and that may be the go. We are go. Irene is the word, and here come FaZe.
Well, Gunless now looking for it. Trying to get some more kills down, not quite able to. And it will be Infused who now take control of this map as well. They have the numbers. It looks like they might start moving the drone forward, but Zuma ends up picking him off, and now they don't have enough players to end up winning their next gunfights and getting that drone out. So Nelson, he's just going to have to stay alive here and hope for the best.
Hope for the best. That's not what you want to be at COD Champs when you're down 2. This is your winners bracket round life. Nelson heavily tagged up, surrounded on all sides. 3 FaZe members, guns on him. He's not going to last too much longer, and this is Zerg. Sitting up top, he's got to hold on as best he can. Shots on Enable cross map, wins the engagement. That's very important. Open up that lane, he's going to allow his teammates who, once they get back on the spawn, to move out through mid. Zerg again, a second kill. You can find another one if he jumps and looks the right way, just almost, though. Gunless a little too quick on the trigger.
Well, very little has ended up happening after the first minute here on this uplink. But the second half still to come, anything could happen. Atachi's going to have it here for the last 10 seconds. He's going to end up going down. Enable might try and do a wall bounce and hit this one. Oh no, he's going to pass it off. Gunners gets it, he goes high, but it is going to be intercepted. It's no good. We go 2-0 into the second half.
Yeah, the first half, that first 2 points was lightning fast from FaZe. Zuma opened up with 2 huge kills. Attach got a few as well, and before you know it, everybody on Infused or on respawn, and they just pushed their way through, got that dunk so clean, so fast, made it look effortless. And then after that, closely contested affair between both teams. Now onto the second half. Infused, all they need is a dunk. I don't think FaZe is going to be too happy going into the second half with that kind of score, but again, 5 minutes is a lifetime here.
It certainly is. Zerg pushing forward as we step on board with him, but so many guns coming against him here from FaZe. He is going to end up going down, and this is bad news now for Infused. Nelson has to be the stopgap, give his team some time to lock this one back up as they spawn blue, but he ends up going down. This should probably be a 2.
That again, the opening gambit from FaZe, so on point. They win those gun battles, they take the opportunity, buy the horns and run with it all the way. And that second dunk is exactly how they wanted to see the start this one. Can they keep up the pressure? Can they keep up the momentum? Zuma, when you sit in the corner like that, you don't have to work too hard for the kills. But that's what we do as pros. We make it as easy as we possibly can for ourselves. And Zuma, 2 in a row, 3 in a row. Zuma, gunless. He's coming forward now, Bryce. This is going to be another potential play. Zuma continues to run. It may be a pass. But gunless, he's probably going to be able to get it on his own. Up and over. He finally gets it in because I think it was Nelson just fell down there. But again, 6-0, man. What a push from FaZe.
It certainly was. Zuma was giving them the slappening. It was happening. They couldn't stop it.
Here we go, Infused now. They've got to do something real special here, Bryce. Still, 3 minutes 45. Plenty of time to work with, but not easy, man, when you've got Enables going 14-11 and Attaches once again. He's got the whole field to himself. They don't have a chance. They've got to get on the other side of the food stall straight away. Are they in position to stop it? Yes, they are. Nelson clutches it up on the goal line. Doesn't let that one slide through. Gunless, though, has got those 2 kills, and if anyone can get in a position now, this is looking pretty good for him. But no, Alex is going to flush him out as quick as he can, though. Zuma looks to get some vengeance. Quick, smart.
Well, Zuma certainly is on fire at the moment, looking for another player there. Ends up giving him the ERAD close square dance. Not able to get anything else, though, but the drone will move forward. Attach throws it over the top, and Enable picks up another kill. Now, Infused realistically just need to throw that out, because they don't really want it anywhere near them.
Enable. It's a shooting gallery right now. Attach as well. You got Zuma quite literally eradicating folks. Left, right, and center. Enable now. He's got an open lane. Gunless has got the kills. There's a few more. It is 8-0. FaZe making it look so easy here. 75 away from the bombardment, and there's a big manual throw forward from Attach. Is anybody there to catch it?
No, they are going to shut this one down. Infused have the bodies this time around to actually rebuff this strike. No, they don't! No, they don't!
Attach.
Attach. What is going on?
Attach. He's ready to go. He's got his overdrive as well, Bryce. He's going 16 and 14 on a 3 streak right now. And as you said, streaks as well for Enable. Oh my god. This could be, we're looking well deep into double digits as it stands at the moment. That's a 1-point throw over the top. Clean as they come, Enable nothing but net, and there we go. Finally though, Infused getting some kills. They've finally managed to get the members of FaZe out their base, but Zuma's in from behind. He may be able to get a few kills in a moment. Are they going to pick up on this?
He's going to get one at the very least. He is going to get traded out though. And right now, Infused are like a dandelion in a wind tunnel. Just being blown away.
There we go, Enable finally got one with that. And this is Attach. Activates the payload, and there is no one even close to contesting that one. 11-0 FaZe, man. I said they were making it look easy before. Now it looks like they're pop stumping.
I've got to be perfectly honest with you here. I've got to disagree with something FaZe have done. And what they've done really badly is not give overdrive to Zuma, because now I can't shout Zoom Zuma. That's really upsetting.
Oh, man. Hey, Bobby, what's the French for Zoom Zuma? That's one for the English audience. I doubt anyone overseas will remember that one. Gunless activates Camo, and Camo OP, baby. Oh, Nolson, lovely catch there. Great hands. Doesn't let that one slide on through. But again, I think, Bryce, at the moment, it's really, this could be the end of the winner's bracket run for Infused. At 13-0 with 1 minute to go.
You think?
And FaZe,
it's possible.
And FaZe playing the way they are right now.
Oh,
I mean,
my
man,
goodness.
They're just gunning folks here. They're all cooking. The Centurion's on its way, but man, you don't really need it at the moment. I mean, Enable, he's going to put it down. He's going to put it down and just, oh no, he's running with it. He's going to try and put it down on top of this player, Enable.
Enable, you can't slap people with the Centurion.
Well, he was going to try, and why not? He was like, I wonder if I can kill somebody with this thing. Kinetic Armor pop for Zuma as well. Ah, there you go. This has been a massacre. Infused are going to be in the lower bracket now, Bryson. That's where they're going to have to continue the run.
They are, and the lower bracket is not a nice prospect. There are some sharks in that pond, but can Infused be one of those sharks? We will find out. They certainly had a really good game against FaZe for the majority of it. I think you got to remember, first half of this game, it was pretty much 2-0, and both teams couldn't really make any more moves. But, you know, you got to find out, you know, how far can you go? You lost to FaZe, but there are teams worse than FaZe still in this tournament, in that lower bracket. They could keep going.
Scariest thing as well, as you said, right, so Sharks. There are teams worse than FaZe. There are teams a lot potentially better. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, 3-0 FaZe Clan take down Infused and will advance. And they did it in a real clean way. It was a lot of fun to watch, especially as a FaZe fan. Yes. FaZe ups all over the place right now.
I think you got to give credit to Infused, though. They did so well. Nobody thought they would do this well at all. They came in. The hard point was close. They had the opportunity to take it. The S&D the same way. 1 or 2 rounds could have gone the other way. FaZe was certainly rocked and had to kind of lean forward and like, right, this is a game we have got on our hands. We cannot underestimate them.
Yes.
The only issue Infused had was the last 5 minutes of uplink.
Tough run there on the uplink. Let's have a look at the hard point, which, as we said before, was indeed far